Hi YouTube, this is JJ714. I have basically finished my dinner plans for today, and this is what the macaroni and cheese looked like after it was baked. And how I made the macaroni and cheese. I got this particular recipe off of the allrecipe.com. I do make my own macaroni and cheese, and my family loves my macaroni and cheese. I just want to try something different with them. But what you need is called old-fashioned mac and cheese. You need 2 cups of uncooked elbow macaroni, that's 16-ounce box, 1. 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of milk, 1/4 onion minced, salt and pepper to taste, a 1/4 pound of processed cheese food. And what processed cheese food is Velveeta or something like Velveeta. I use Velveeta. 1/4 pound shredded cheddar cheese and a 1/4 pound of shredded Swiss cheese. And basically what you do, you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You prepare the uncooked macaroni just like the box instructs, which is, you boil it to cook it. Then what you do, I use a medium size pot that I have. You melt your butter in a small saucepan over medium-high heat. You stir in the flour until a creamy color paste forms, and then you pour in the milk and you stir consistently until you get a hard boil. And once it comes to a hard boil, then you stir for 1 more minute and you remove from the heat and set aside. And when your macaroni is cooked, you just spread a half of the macaroni into the bottom of a lightly greased 9 by 13-inch baking dish, and you layer that macaroni with half of the grated onion, half of the salt and pepper, half of the cheeses, and you repeat 1 more time. And then after you do, you repeat with the macaroni, the onion, the salt and pepper, and the cheeses, and then you pour the sauce on top. And then what you do is you put some pats of butter for taste, and you bake it in the oven for 45 minutes. So we haven't tasted it yet, but it looks delicious, and I'm pretty sure it's delicious. I got this recipe off of allrecipe.com. The other recipe that I got off allrecipe.com was the easy shake and bake chicken, which I showed you the chicken earlier, but here it is again. And I could tell you, I tasted a little bit, and it is delicious. And what you do is you take 3 pounds of chicken, you cut it into pieces, and you take a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. I doubled everything because of the amount of chicken I did. You take 3 pounds of chicken, a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of sage, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and a 1/2 cup of butter. You preheat your oven to, I just did a boo-boo. You preheat your oven to 450, and I don't know why I did what I did, but I just sort of lost my recipe. But basically you preheat your oven to 450. What you do is that you melt the butter, and you're going to put the butter at the bottom of your dish, baking dish, which I use a glass baking dish, but you can use whatever dish you like. And what you do, you take all the other ingredients and you put it in I use like a Ziploc, one of the freezer storage bags, and you basically coat your chicken, and then you just put it in your baking dish, and you cook it for 20 minutes. Now, if you use skin, you put the skin down. I use chicken breasts, and I did not have any skin. They were skinless chicken breasts, and they're skinless and boneless chicken breasts. And so you would cook in the oven 450 degrees for 20 minutes on one side, then you flip them over and cook them for another 20 minutes. And I could tell you, I'm a person, I like to cook my meat, but because they were boneless and skinless, the time was just perfect. And I tasted it, and I'm telling you, the chicken is very, very tender and delicious. I made some cornbread and some rice, and I warmed up the collard greens that I made from Sunday, and I'm getting ready to put this in the oven. This is the rest of the pecan, but sweet potato casserole that I had made Sunday as well. So basically, I've got supper done, and it's just now turned 4 o'clock, so I feel good. Waiting for my daughter to come home, and my hubby will be home in about an hour to 2 hours. So with that, I will talk to you later. Peace.